today, oh, it's a gorgeous day. Clouds and not a lot of humidity. I tell you what, that great outdoors is totally the best studio. Ticks and all. You can't beat it.
Anne Goetze doesn't need any roads to get where she's going.
All right, don't get seasick now. I'm gonna try to avoid the bumps.
That's not possible on this rugged piece of land in Leipers Fork. The only thing missing up here is the Von Trapp family.
The sound of music.
The view is astounding, and for a nature painter, intimidating. The question? How do I begin to capture this?
There's so much information outdoors. To try to get it all in, it's pretty overwhelming.
Take a look at what she's created through the years, and it's clear she's found her way through the overwhelming.
It's a blessing to be able to come up to the top of a hill, whether I paint or not, and watch the sunset.
The natural elements can be friend and foe.
One time, I had a piece fly off into a river. Oh, and I'd worked so hard on it. So I went downstream and waited for it to come around the bend, and then I nabbed it. Didn't get in the water to get it, but I had to save that one.
That respect for nature and its power comes through in her paintings. Sunshine shows up in her attitude, even when the foreboding clouds appear.
Oh, look at the rays coming through right now. See, I always think that's God looking down on the land when I see those rays coming.
Maybe Anne's sunny side is a result of her rural life. A trip into town is always more than a chore.
There's horses and buffalo, alpacas. It's really been a blessing to live out here.
Just keeping your eyes on the road here can lead to a painting.
Well, you'll get them on track if anybody can, JR.
We're getting there.
I'll see you later.
All right.
Characters on horseback or on benches
What are you doing in your shorts? I know it. I always see you out on your tractor.
are just part of life in Leipers Fork. Shopping at the general store often leads to more than just groceries.
I put these together to tell kind of the story of great people, salt of the earth people from here in Hillsboro, Leipers Fork area. They really have made it what it is with its character.
Character captured in what Anne calls oilographs, black and white photos painted by hand.
Before computers came along, everything was done by hand. And I did retouching for portrait photographers and in the music business, the album covers. It taught me how to manipulate a photograph.
The oil paints and the skill to use them were passed down from Anne's father, who learned from his father.
This is what was used to color a photograph before color photography. And a lot of people remember the tinted photographs. You'll see it in portraits.
Using colors like cheek, lip, and Chinese blue, Anne adds layers of creative detail.
I can put subtleties in the shadows and also maybe build a different picture out of the original. So it actually is a painting and a photograph.
Out in the country, even common chores like hanging out the laundry can become the backdrop for artistic inspiration.
Then I started driving around looking for clotheslines and found some pretty neat ones.
Her backyard conversations for clothesline permission can be classics.
A farmer, it was all his overalls hanging. I said, now you make sure that it's just my overalls that you're showing when you're putting these up. And I said, okay. The world is a whole lot bigger than we think, and the world is big when you're outside.
The opportunities for Anne out here are endless. So are the memories.
I do remember the very first time coming up on top of this hill. I thought that I was in the Sound of Music. I really did. I felt like Julie Andrews and I should be swinging around and singing.
Instead, the paintbrush sings her songs from her perch overlooking Tennessee.
It puts you in the good mind frame that I'm on top of the world.